I'm ending this one. Are you here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let's go in then.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Huh?
Yes, I am
Welcome,
here,
welcome.
ready to go. I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you as well, Irabor. We're on air. You're listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, where we love music and we love life. We're talking about movies, series, animations, documentaries. And speaking about documentaries, Oris is having a field time in Amsterdam. It's been, I don't want to say he's been updating, but I think I've seen a couple of pictures from him with his tag at the International Documentary Film at Amsterdam, the festival rather, at the International Documentary Festival at Amsterdam. So you can be certain that when he comes back, he's going to give us updates about what's happening with the documentaries and the shift and giving us the updates globally in the documentaries world. But for now, let's quickly run through some of the top TV shows in Nigeria as well as the top TV or the top movies on some of the popular streaming platforms. We'll start with the Red app, and one is Frankenstein. I did say I was going to see this one. I have not gotten the chance to. Did you see it or are you aware of it, Trouble?
Yeah, a lot of people have told me about it. Even James recommended it last week.
Really?
Yeah, James Omokwe recommended it last week. So I
Yeah.
would still try to find time, to watch it. But there's one I'm looking forward to, The Beast in Me.
Mm.
I want to see that one because Claire Danes, if you remember her from Homeland, seeing her back is something that I would like to see how she is right now in terms of acting after I don't think she has been in other types of works. So, seeing her will be refreshing, just as we saw Jamie Foxx and what's her name? The lady he did
Yes.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So I would love to see it. But it's great seeing The Herd on the Red app, just seeing it as the main film when you open the app. It's a great thing to say. I want people to watch this movie. Let me know what you think next week. Let me know what
Irabor.
you think. No, 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 really, because see, we don't, this. Okay, let me give you this analogy.
Wait,
When
wait.
there's a family that does not have like outstanding people or good things happen to them, then maybe somebody now finishes secondary school, maybe they now have a B.
Ah,
Everybody now celebrate like Opel, because this year, let me not lie, we don't have up
starved.
to 5 Nollywood movies that came to
Starved
cinema.
of good movies.
We don't get reach 5, so I'm like Opel. I was looking forward to Three Cold Dishes. That one really just fell my hand. Sure, you
It was
understand? So
cold.
yeah, so hopefully one of the Christmas films would even make sense. We are just hoping because we are having bad products and bad stakeholders that don't want to understand what it means to create great products. So that's what we are hoping for. Don't let
Well,
me guess, let me not start calling people's name, I beg.
you're literally raising your voice. This one is deep. Oh. Wow.
It's true
Okay.
now. This is not 2019. This is not 2021 where you are watching Nollywood movies every week and you're like, oh wow, you can call 20 films in a year that are at least 6/10. We will not get plenty like that. We don't have up to 5 when you're saying present 5 Nollywood movies that make sense. No, we don't have that this year. We certainly do not have.
Okay, anyways, let's go back to the list I was telling you about. I started with Frankenstein. I asked Irabo, and somehow he got into the head. This is what, anyways. So the reason why I said I was going to check out Frankenstein later on is because I saw the movie I, Frankenstein, and I liked it. So I guess I'll check this one out later on. Number two on the list of the top 10 movies in Nigeria is 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Number three is In Your Dreams, and that is not so much of a movie, animation. Number four is Champagne Problems. Number five is TI, something out of the Philippines. Is it Thailand or Philippines? One of them. TI, Born to be Bad. That is number five. And number six is Farmer's Bride. I'm surprised it's still there. Impressive. Number seven is okay. I'm more
Active.
surprised. The Waiter is there. You said
AY Abby. AY's film Abby.
The Waiter. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So initially, I was surprised by Farmer's Bride, but the Waiter is Interesting. And number 8, Thin Line. Number
Uh-huh.
9, Jolly LLB3. Oh, I remember my Bollywood watching days. Jolly LLB. This is the third part. Maybe I'll check it out when I have the time, which maybe never. And number 10 is a merry little Xmas. X being EX, then you know what happens during Christmas. And I'm not certain why there is always, or we have many movies around this plot or this theme. I don't know if I should call it theme, where there will be family reunion and you somehow catch up with your exes. Does it happen with you, Irabor?
I don't have exes.
What do you have?
No exes.
What do you have? Denial comes into the room.
I have you, my co-host, Sean.
Irabor, what party do you support? Because you sound like a politician.
I support independent party.
Mm, 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 mm. Top 10 TV shows in Nigeria today. Number 1 is Last Samurai Standing. Number 2 is The Beast in Me. Number 3 is Dynamite Kiss. Number 4 is Bad Influencer. Number 5 is Absentia. Number 6 is As You Stood By. Number 7 is The Witcher. Number 8 is Stranger Things. And number 9, The Rats A Witcher Tale. While number 10 is Spartacus. Now that is for the red app. Let's quickly go over to the blue app. Number 1 is Playdate. Number 2 is Shadow Force. Number 3 is Tyler Perry's Finding Joy. Have you gotten to seeing it?
No, 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 I haven't. I'm on a Tyler Perry break at the moment. I have enough Nollywood to watch.
LOL. Number 4 is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. While number 5 is Heather. Number 6 is Jupiter Ascending. Number 7 is Baggy 4. That's Hindi. Number 8 is Maxton Hall. Number 9 is Most Dangerous Game. While number 10 is Play Dirty. All right, let's talk about this one. And it feels like we have some dirty games being played in the background. But are you aware of the whole Taye Arimoro and Peggy Ovire debacle?
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about it.
I mean, Taye said, he was assaulted on Peggy's movie set. He claims her team blocked his car, deflated his tires, and beat him. I mean, he has now filed a 100 million naira lawsuit against her and is asking for a public apology. Seeing that a public apology was involved there, in that, filing, I mean, it shows that that's something that he really took personal and was not really happy about it, just beyond the money itself. I think the money is just, something that's over the top just to kind of, get a lot of attention. But I'm sure if this thing, was handled properly in terms of like an apology and, accountability and just being humble, I think it wouldn't have gotten to this point. But Peggy has denied ordering any attack. Just saying that or hearing that or reading that, would make you think, are we watching, Salt or, 13 hours or something? She said Taye was the one who got physical and assaulted her production manager. So we have CCTV footage, that later came out showing a heated confrontation. And, people were still debating, what really happened right now. So the AGN, that's Actors Guild of Nigeria, I mean, they've stepped in and opened an investigation, as well as also stepping in and talking about Regina Daniels' situation following the resignation of one of their leading guys. So everything now has moved from a set clash to a full legal case now. So let's see how it unfolds. I guess they have so much money to spend, with regards filing lawsuits and all that, because doing lawsuits in Nigeria and following that way is not, it's not it. So I always advise people, just solve your problems by being humble, accountable, and just, apologizing and moving on. Just making right where you need to make right. That's it. Because if you want to go through court, wow, wow, wow. UPO, UPA. Where my dog's at. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, it's worrisome because we seem to be having an increasing number of these things from the last one. There was, I can't remember the details now, but I know 3 or 4 weeks ago, is it Opulence, where there was something like that on set, and it was so terrible. It was one of the, was it the makeup artist or someone, one of the production members who was assaulted by an actor. And before then, there was also the case of, is it Femi Branch that was said to have slapped someone and so on. We seem to have these things recurrent on production sets. Is there anything that needs to be done to permanently settle this, or these things will continually happen as long as we're humans?
I mean, just like with corruption or anything going wrong in Nigeria, if you put laws and enforce the repercussions for breaking those laws, like you genuinely enforce them, of course people will sit up. The people who do anyhow, this kind of thing cannot happen on a Hollywood set. Even if they called you the N word on a Hollywood set and you're in Nigerian there, you will swallow your pride and be looking. Do you understand? So what I always say is, what you know you cannot do globally, anywhere, don't now do it locally. That's my point. So behave yourself. The things you know you will not do at Heathrow Airport, don't come and do it in MMA 2 or MMA. Do you understand? Before you enter UFC, so get yourself checked and in order when you are trying to, move and exhibit certain behaviors. And don't get me wrong, I always say it, I'm not against violence in totality. Like there are certain scenarios that presents, and yes, that's the only solution. But I'm saying that shouldn't be the first or second or third or fourth or fifth, go to. Uh-huh. So people should just try to understand that things happen and you just find a way to resolve it. That's it, really. But yeah, until they make sure that there are repercussions, like serious repercussions, that's when people will sit up for sure.
Indeed, we need that. And finally, on that take, I know you mentioned it in passing about AGN. What do you think AGN, what's the role of AGN in making sure things like this don't come up? Is it in terms of blacklisting actors, or what do you think can be done?
No, it's not. It's not necessarily about blacklisting actors. It's their livelihood now. Even if they have side hustles or they have sugar daddies and sugar mamas or whatever, the thing is just about stepping in, putting regulations, making sure that people are even registered, making sure that you are monitoring productions or you're aware of certain productions that are taking place and a representative or representatives are there to, govern and look over what's going on. So all these measures are not difficult now.
Mm.
It's not difficult to institute, honestly, but we don't have the structure. This is what we mean by structure. Like if you're going to do any production, you have to notify, you know, certain authorities that you are producing a film. So a lot of productions go on without nobody even knowing. I'm sure they can't even track how many movies that they've done for YouTube in this Nigeria right now. I'm sure they can't even track how many movies have been they've done for TV. I'm sure they can't even maybe they can track cinema just because of what Film One is doing. So like I'm sure they don't know all these things. And it's not difficult, like if you institute it from the top. So that's what they need to do, put bylaws in place, put certain things in place. How much is somebody supposed to earn per day if they are going to work on a set, depending on the kind of responsibility they're supposed to, undertake. So all these things are easy. Like it's not anything. In fact, even the funding aspect itself is even easy. And marking certain amounts of money to make sure that we qualify for us. All these things are easy. It's not rocket science. Look at what happens when the military comes to the road. How people behave when it's the military on the road compared to when it's the police or last. People know how they need to behave now when they see military. So they need to go that route sometimes in a way where you enforce laws in a certain way that people will just abide. That's it.
Indeed. And it always hurts that the times we hear of these things are when something has gone wrong. I remember how the whole world lamented the death, the very preventable death of a junior pope, and also some other unfortunate situations that we've had like that. So it really, we need to do something since lives are at stake, and it looks like people do not care about reputation. I would have said reputations are at stake, but it's more of lives are at stake. So we need them to be more proactive rather than being reactive, if they are reactive at all. Do you want to say something?
Yeah. We have to be very proactive because being reactive is it's basically just putting bandage all the time. You have to exercise, eat right, do all those things, if you get what I mean, with regards our own industry. So we need to be doing things regularly. We need to make certain things a lifestyle, so that when all these issues come up, there are things that have been put in place to make sure that they can curb or, you know, hold it steadfastly, without just ruining the reputation of the industry. So um, it is what it is, I guess, until, it reminds me of something that happened in the Middle East or Egypt or where I can't remember the country where, they had bad leadership up to a point. Someone just set themselves on fire. And that's when, they were able to overthrow the government. Maybe something like that has to happen,
Mm.
for things to wake up. But who wants to burn themselves? Nigeria, we're too self-centered for that now.
We'll take a breather, and when we come back, we'll continue all the updates we need to give to you and other things that we need to discuss. By the way, you can join the conversation. WhatsApp is open, and that is 0911 999 0981. You can join us on YouTube as well at Smooth 981 FM Lagos.
This guy, stay tuned, stay locked right here. Smooth 98.
Ah,
And now they use smart cash buy data, airtime, and pay bills. Now, wake up the smart saver. You go get 15% interest on any amount you save, and the interest will drop for your account every day. Take how much your money anytime. The best part be say you fit start it any amount. That's a 939 hash or download the Smart Cash app. Make yourself begin to enjoy. Smart Cash now by Airtel. Terms and conditions they shall call them matter and sense. Whose world is it? This is a woman. Let's talk about the woman. Women make up more than half of the world's population and potential. Every woman has got a story to tell, a story about her journey to being a hero against all odds. That is the fuel to my fire to make a difference in as many children's lives as I could. Smooth 98.1 presents Soul Sisters, a discourse on the woman. You've already understood why there's so much conversations around feminism. Soul Sisters, now on Smooth 98.1, every Wednesday from 11 a.m. Smooth water, the first jar of secrets.
all right. Love music, love life, love movies. You are listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1. And again, you're welcome to join the conversation. And let us know your 2 cents, your two kobo, on whatever it is that we are discussing. WhatsApp line to send your messages to is 0911 999 0981. Again, 0911 999 0981. We just finished discussing the Peggy Ovire and the Taye Arimoro case in Nollywood. And now we're moving on to something that Bolanle Austin Peter said, which again, we have discussed many times, but let's try to talk a little bit about it again. And so she said that what is happening in Nollywood is not a lack of skill, but an economic environment that makes high quality productions a fast track to financial ruin. And I'm going to quote some of the words that she said during the conversation that was had from 18th of November to 19th of November. That was a 2-day conference that was themed from volume to value, the future of the Nigerian motion picture industry in the digital age. And there they had an array of film and television practitioners, including producers, scriptwriters, and so on. And so she said, when we bring in cinematographers from South Africa, from Europe, from America, you know the amount of money it costs us. It's not the same as using a local one. So when we talk about spending a lot of money, quality and distribution becomes a problem as well. We do all these films. Who is buying them off us? Who is going to buy a film that I spent $2 million producing in Nigeria? Exactly. So now again, Irabor, the question is, are we starting with the money, or we're starting with the, in quotes, basic things like the script writing and the plot development, the casting, the let's leave it at that first. So what's your take on this, Irabor? Have I been talking to myself?
No, you're here. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh
So
dear.
let's I mean, do you want me to talk over you? I want you to talk and allow yourself talk finish.
Please go on. Now you can talk.
All right. So let me ask you a few questions. Let's unpack this from a very objective standpoint. Have you seen Bling Lagosians?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Have you seen Farmer's Bride?
I'm not done saying it.
You're not done seeing. Okay. So these two movies, would you categorize them as very good movies? Like they're in the good column. Yes or no?
Bling Lagosians is average, if not maybe below average, and Farmer's Bride, it's good.
I don't know what you saw in the Bling Lagosians that you say is below average. That's a very solid film. But anyway, my point is, Farmer's Bride, you say it's okay, fine. I look forward to you watching the other film. I'm not going to call the name for you to now understand where I'm going with this. So I think that we have an economical problem in Nigeria, whether you call it an economic or economy problem in Nigeria, in the sense that the dollar and the naira, there's just a very wide margin. Sure, you get. And things are high and costly at the moment. So if you're going to want to acquire talent, obviously their prices have increased. So let's put that one in one corner. So as a result, production will increase. Now, are people now taking advantage of that, dollar naira disparity and hiking their prices beyond what it's supposed to be? Yes, they are. That's why you would hear some stakeholders saying they produced a film for 1 billion naira. It will not beg the question, like, the terrain, or haven't you researched the terrain to understand that there is no platform, or there are no platforms, or it is only one or two movies that can even amass 1 billion naira at the box office. So why would you go and do a movie of $2 million or do a movie of 500 million naira? You know that there is no way you can go and make that money back. It's already foolproof. We know it right now. There is no streamer or cinema that is going to give you return on your money, even after 5 years. We know this. So I don't understand why people would now want to go and create those films when they don't have an outlet or a distribution channel to recoup their gains. It doesn't make any sense, regardless of the fact that we have an economic situation in Nigeria, if you get what I mean. So now, it now also begs the question, do we now start getting films like Omoni Oboli, Ruth Kadri that go to YouTube, and we are okay with the quality because, you have to make sure that your production is not going to be more than, what you may hope to get. It has to be less. So do you now manage that, a budget? Do we now have a talent issue where in Hollywood, there are certain actors that you would see that are very great actors, but they don't have name. You see them in episodes of Grey's Anatomy, different TV series, and you're like, wow, this person can act. But you don't see that person in mainstream. Do we have that level of talent in Nigeria? We don't have that level of talent. Now, she's saying she's shipping people from South Africa or wherever to come and shoot movies and everything. So we don't have cinematographers that can do that work or whatever. So that means we also have a training issue or an expertise issue where we don't have people that we can pull from in different. Imagine if we were shooting films the way Hollywood shoots films for the respective streamers. We are going to be in problem because Emmanuel Igbeleke and co would be shooting 20 films or 20 series in 2 days and they'll be burnt out. Do you get? So the industry doesn't have enough talent to cater for the high level. the industry doesn't also have the funding, in as much as it's not as if there's no money, the funding to also train, the funding to also put infrastructure in place that would guarantee that a movie going to cinema can make XYZ amount based off of the production budget that you have. So yes, she makes very valid points in the sense that if you shoot a film of that magnitude, it would not make money. But the question again is, why are you shooting a film of that magnitude when you know it's not going to make money? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So is it a money grab where you just want to make sure, okay, your budget is XYZ amount, then you collect the money where you want to collect it, except maybe that's the case, because I won't go and shoot a film now of 500 million naira and be expecting that I would get 1,800,000,000 at the box office. It's not possible. I don't even know if Netflix is even buying movies at 100K, 250K. I don't know, given exchange rates at the moment. So we need to really, just like we're trying to tell the guys who came last week, that understand the industry or the platform or the whatever it is that you're trying to do before you go and shoot a film, then expect that, so you have to be able to manage your expectations. So yes, she makes some valid points, but why would you want to go and send your kids to a private university that is going to cost you $3 million, $3 million a year, when you know that your salary is 250K a month? And you are the only person that is carrying all the bills in your house as well as that school fees. It doesn't make sense. Take them to Ilorin, take them to Ibadan, take them to Unilag, take them somewhere, take them to Yaba Tech. They will still graduate. They still have a degree. So we need to be able to understand these things and not be emotional about it.
I have many things to say to that. Unfortunately, I look at the time. It doesn't look like it will accommodate that. And honestly,
because you don't want to put yourself out there, but they don't go find you on Instagram.
No. Well, partially, I'm supposed to be a moderator and not to be very polar with my opinions, but really, I'm just going to hold back on this one because we're running out of time.
Now, so.
I just wish we could take a break. Maybe next week we'll take a break from this Nollywood that we keep talking about. It feels like we're hashing the same issue over and over again. Anyways, let's quickly cross over to Hollywood and still the same thing. I know you're not a big fan of animations, but Moana is loved by a lot of people, and the box office numbers.
I'm not a big fan of animation.
You said it before now.
Oh, I've never said that. Nope.
Maybe I'm mixing you up with Oris then.
Yeah, or somebody else. I don't know. Certainly not me. One of my greatest films of all time is Lion King, the original one. So of course I love animation. Shrek is also up there. I love animation.
Oh, okay. That's a revelation. Or maybe because you have nephews. Okay.
And nieces.
Yeah, that always helps, or that influences. And I speak from experience. All right, anyway, so here is the news about Moana. Moana is getting a live action remake after it got the second version of it, or the part 2 of it. And I don't know what I think about that one. I think it's okay. It is okay, but Irabor, what do you think?
No, see, the thing is, see these people now. The previous question you asked me about, Bolanle Peters and all that. See these people now. See them. They are making live action for a film that already has installments. Why are they doing it? Because they are seeing market and they can make money.
Oh, yeah.
We will not be like, why is Fast and Furious making? They are making money. So they're not just going to go and make a film that they won't make money, or it's like it's zero business sense. So yes, it's just like with Omoni Oboli's film, the second installment that you don't like. I said, I understand, just like with Wedding Party 2. It's a cash grab because after all, you first gave us a good first movie. So if you want to cash grab after that, it's fine. Just make sure that the next one after that makes sense.
But experience has told us that over time, it keeps getting watery. But anyways, we'll just keep watching, I guess, for the sake of conversations. So again, if you're a fan of Moana, the original, well, there's not a fake. The first one, the second, and now the live remake, I guess you have to stay tuned because it will be out in 2026, the live action. And of course, you would have Dwayne Johnson there. I wonder if he's going to get back his muscles, the one he lost for Smashing Machine. So it's going to be released on the 10th of July, 2026. That's when it will be out. And then for the Game of Thrones fan, We have the prequel, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, renewed for season 2. Have you been watching it?
No. Game of Thrones, after they broke my heart with the original one, the last season, I just let them be.
Hmm. All right. So what about House of the Dragon? You're still in the same?
No. I haven't seen
Okay.
any of that. No.
Ah,
I've
okay.
been busy watching Nollywood and just trying to promote my industry. That would go and shoot a film and not factor in the fact that they cannot make money off it.
Hmm. Well, Hunger Games. If you're a fan of the Hunger Games, you better be hungry because 20th of November, 2026, you will be out. I think I only saw one out of the Hunger Game franchise. I think one. Did you ever see any?
Yeah, I saw one, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I saw as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and about Chadwick Boseman getting a prime spot on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I started the show with it. What do you think?
I mean, well deserved. There are certain people who even have Hollywood Walk of Fame self that don't deserve it. So someone like that deserves it. A fine
Mm,
actor, both physically and crafts. The guy is all that. Is definitely being missed. The fact that they've not even replaced him till today. Hopefully maybe Damson will take the spot. He also deserves it too. If Michael B wasn't Killmonger, I probably would have replaced Chadwick. But yes, death is something that is never easy to deal with.
mm,
So I wish the family all the strength, the fortitude to keep bearing that loss. Somebody so
yeah.
young, so talented, who probably could have won an Oscar maybe in the future. So it's sad to see, but I like the fact that people showed up. Viola Davis, his wife, Michael B. What's this guy's name? Ryan Coogler, all of them. Those kind of relationships are rare. People that you work with, people that are also your people. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, let him continue to rest in peace. Well deserved. I mean, all the honors that they can give him, let them give him. He deserves it.
Let me quickly take one or two messages as we wrap it up this morning on Film Focus. Chidozie says, Auntie Shen with me. I don't like animations. Give me something real and please don't choke with Moana. Well, I like my Moana. And the constructionist says, Bolanle Austin Peters' statement reveals something deeper. Many Nollywood stakeholders care more about the money than the mission. What mission, constructionist? Nollywood
The
needs to become
mission to make the industry great with their products.
Nollywood needs to become intentional and intelligent with its storytelling and its talent production. These two foundations must be fixed before any real progress can happen. What mission is Nollywood achieving on the surface of the earth? Ha. I do know.
No, but he makes
Tayo.
a point. He makes a very, very valid point. It's what we've been saying all the while.
Tayo says, I'm not sold on this Moana live action. Small time we will be doing Moana verse because of what? I'm not joining. Which part of the Hunger Games are we eating? Much respect to Chadwick Boseman. Thank God his name wasn't spelled wrong. Oh, yes. Yes. Uncle Irabor for the nephew and niece. I really wish we had more time because there are some things I'm burning to say. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But thank you, Irabor, for coming through as always. Remind me your social media handle again.
That's Irabor Oksoun 100. That's how I keep it.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's a part of this conversation. You know that you can go back to YouTube to watch it, and that will be at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. At Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Next week, we'll return again with thoughts and updates that definitely stir up conversations, and that will be from 11 on Film Focus on Smooth 98.1. But it's a Friday, so 12 p.m. till 4 p.m. I'll be with you again on the Casbah, and that's in some seconds. My name is Oluwaseun Olusegun. Ah, done. Exhausted. Bye.
Bye.